Hey there, welcome. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Violet, and today I'm super excited to be able to share with you how I made these farmhouse mosaic decor for your home that I'm going to be using in my kitchen. And I added a splash of yellow throughout my decor for my kitchen this spring. So super excited to be able to share and show you how I made these items. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab a few vases and glass cups that you can get at Dollar Tree, and I'm using some of them from previous projects. And what I'm going to use first are these stickers that are the half pearls, and all I did was use one package of them. And I went ahead and decided to use this glass right here, and it has a bride-to-be or bridal shower on that, some wording on it, but it's one of the thinner glasses that you can get at Dollar Tree, or if you want to use a plastic one, feel free. Just get a vase that you like or a glass cup. And what I did was I went ahead and added these stickers onto my vase or my glass. And the way I did it was basically kind of eyeballed it, just try to make them as even as possible, but I wasn't too worried about spacing them out exactly, evenly spaced out. But if you want to do it that way, feel free to just use maybe a measuring tape and measure out where you want you to place your stickers. So after I did that, I went ahead and decided to just grab these other two vases and all spray paint them with the cobalt blue matte spray paint from Krylon. While those are drying, I went ahead and decided to use some of these glass that I had stored from a lot of the previous picture frame projects that I've been doing on my channel. So I tend to keep a lot of these glasses from there, and I wanted to use some of them, but I wasn't too sure what I wanted to make with them. So I was super excited when I thought about making a plant holder out of these vases. So what I did was I added a little bit of E6000 and then some clear tape along to the strip of two frames or glasses together. And I've done these shadow boxes before on my channel, and I'll make sure to leave a link somewhere around here or even at the end of this tutorial of another shadow box that I've done kind of the same way. Just if you want more of the step-by-step instructions of how I did it, more in a slower motion. But what I did was basically the same thing, grabbed two glasses and kind of added the E6000, added my tape on top of that, and then bent it right there to make that 90-degree angle in order to fit around that glass candle holder or cutter plate that I had from Dollar Tree as well. So once you did 2 and 2, go ahead and connect all 4 of them together by doing the same thing, adding some E6000 or even super glue, and then add your tape over that to make sure everything's nice and even and secure. And then you're going to bend it and fold it into a box. So once you're done folding this part into a box, you're going to do the same process that we've done to all 3 of these parts that we connected to your last and 4th connection in order to frame or form that box. And here I am just wrapping it around just to make sure that it's all evenly spaced out, and it does look like a square and not a diamond or anything like that if you don't have something underneath it to shape it into that box. So once I was happy how I was going to shape it, and I allowed it to dry for a few minutes just to make sure that that E6000 had a few minutes to kind of dry up a little bit. What I did was add some more E6000 around all 4 sides of my bottom piece. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab some tape, and if you'll see how I place it underneath that bottom base of my glass, and I just added the half of that tape underneath it, and I did that to all 4 sides. Once I did it to all 4 sides, I placed my glass plant holder over that, and then I just simply bent the tape over to attach my plant holder to my base. And the way I do this is I do one and tape it really good as much as I possibly can, And then I tilt over my picture, or I'm sorry, my box. And I just continue doing it to all the rest of the 3 sides. Just kind of using my finger, running it along the edges to make sure that that tape is nice and secure and in place. So I went ahead and set this to dry for at least a good hour. And as you can see, it's nice and secure. And once it's dry, at least an hour, go ahead and spray paint it the same color of that cobalt blue. So here are all the pieces dried up. Here is that vase with the pearl stickers. And here's just a simple vase that I'm using. And then this one is that candle holder glued on top of the long stem candle holder. And then this one is my glass. So what I decided to do was go ahead and use this wallpaper, or the sticker paper that you can get at Dollar Tree. I believe this is a cabinet or wall decor wallpaper. So what I'm doing is basically cutting it in half and made it to fit around my glass picture frame plant holder, or pot if you want to call it that way, whichever way you want to call it. But just go ahead, and then all I did was peel off the backing of my wallpaper, and then I'm just going to wrap it around my pot just like this. And just make sure you do little sections, that way you can go ahead and rub it with your fingers or a sponge, something just to rub those sections so you won't get a lot of air pockets, because if you do, it's kind of hard, like you can see right here, me pulling it off, because once you do rub it onto that glass, it stays on there very, very secure. So just go ahead and do little sections, rubbing as you went, go down until you're completely done wrapping it all around your box. Super easy, huh? But it looks beautiful and it's huge. So next, since I still had some of this paper, what I did was just cut a piece off to fit around the vase, my tall glass vase. And I did it the same way I did my large square one. Just grabbed a piece of that paper and peeled it off for the backing. And then I placed my vase down and went ahead and just did it in little sections, rubbing it as I went to make sure I didn't get any air pockets, and pulling that backing off as I went. And just continue doing that until you wrap it around your entire vase. Now you can use any color you like. I know I have some brown paper that looks exactly like this, but brown, not blue. That would look really pretty if you want to go more for that boho style, or even those neutral colors for farmhouse. But since 2020, I went online to see what styles and what colors were popular for home decor for 2020. And lo and behold, I saw this beautiful blue color, and I just fell in love with it because I thought it would look so pretty with a lot of the white vases and vintage white pieces that I have. So that's why I decided to go with blue. But you can go with any color you like, and you can make it your own and make it fit in any style that you have in your home decor. So our last piece that we're going to use this paper on is this candle holder that I was going to use as a candle holder. And I'm so upset because when I was moving my table around, I broke it. So I decided to go ahead and just show you how I did this. But I'm really upset because I don't have it now. So now I'm going to have to try to figure out how to make another one and go get some more paper to make one, because I really want one to finish off this set. But what I did was, since I had this extra piece of paper, I just used my X-Acto knife and cut around one of the designs, as you can see here, and I just peeled it off to make a sticker type. And then I just figured where I wanted to place it on top of my candle holder, and then just peeled it off and placed it on. And since it's glass, it's stuck on there so well, so you won't even have to worry about adding any extra glue or anything like that to the back of these stickers. And just do the same process, peeling a little bit as you go and then rubbing it down onto your candle holder. And I did this to wrap it around the entire top part of my candle holder. There's one. Now I'm just going to do the other parts. But like I said, it broke. So hopefully you guys can do it and just be more careful with it than what I was. So I just wanted to show you real quick how I decorated my large planter or pot holder. And what I did was use this 98 cents Greenery from Walmart, and I used 2 sunflowers that I had from Dollar Tree. And a trick that I don't know if I've ever told you guys or not, or if you guys even know, in order for my flowers, especially the larger ones, to look more fuller and to have the petals go the right way, I use my hair straightener. I have an old one that I don't use anymore for my hair, obviously, and I just run it through my, like for instance here, my sunflowers, to make them nice and straight. And if you want me to show you how I do that step by step, let me know in the comments below, and next time I do some kind of floral arrangement, I'll try to make sure to remember to do that for you, to show you how I do it. And here I am again, just adding some lemons that pop a yellow in my Greenery. And what I did was just use the bottom part of my sunflower stems and insert them into my lemons in order for me to add them to my floral arrangement. That way they could stand up a little bit higher. And there you have it. Adorable, right? So I wanted to, again, to make this more of that farmhouse look. So what I did was grab this burlap bow that I already had from a previous project, and then I decided to use some of this yellow raffia, again from Dollar Tree, and I just made a simple bow to wrap it around and glue it on top of my raffia. And here I am just using my sandpaper block in order to form my bows. So you can see how I just go with the flow and use what I have on hand. I don't know if you guys are the same way. I wish I was the type of person that had, you know, everything organized and had everything that you needed for certain things, but I'm not like that. Most times, you know, I try to be, but most of the time I'm not. Whatever I find on hand, and if I think it works for what I need it to do, I use it. So yeah, I just use my sanding block to make this bow. But just go ahead and make a bow any way you can, and then just glue it onto the top of your larger bow, in my case, my burlap bow. Then I just tied it behind or glued it on to my bow, and then I'm going to add a little dot of glue to the back of my bow on my burlap, and then glue it onto my vase itself, or my pot holder. Plant holder, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying pot holder, but so just go ahead and do this and place it anywhere you like if you want to add a bow. And just hold it there for a few minutes or seconds, and just to allow it to dry a little bit so it can stay in place. And there you have it. And this is the way I added that yellow, and this is the way the blue looks on my other vase. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did to make them. And if you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. It'll truly help my channel grow. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.